Smooth Cave. Give me your assessment of Ravens and Bengals tonight. What happened tonight?
Man, what happened was the Ravens was getting that ass whooped, and then they came back in the fourth quarter. Let's go.
Yes, they did. Came back in the fourth quarter and made you a happy man, right?
Swear to God, bro. Like I said, $70 ain't a whole lot of money to be happy about, but when you lose 9 weeks straight, that's everything.
That's everything in the world. Ravens win 35-34 over the Cincinnati Bengals in an absolute thriller. Who said Lamar Jackson has no comeback ability? Who says that when the Ravens are losing in the fourth quarter that they can come back? Big win for the Ravens. We'll talk more on the flip side.
Yeah, have I been gone this long? They actually have a tablet ordering system now where you don't even got to talk to nobody no more.
Yeah.
I go in there, I'm like, I put my order, I'm like, was this always here?
Yeah.
This is your boy Retro Recap, Double R Podcast, Ravens, Orioles. All right, everybody, welcome everybody into the Double R Podcast post-game show. This is your boy Retro Recap, and if you were here and just watched the thriller, the Baltimore Ravens sweep the Cincinnati Bengals 35-34. For the second year in a row, the Baltimore Ravens get the broom and sweep the Bengals on out of here. What a thriller. And the first thing we can say is the first game that they played, 41-38, we thought that couldn't be matched. But believe it or not, we got another great game. Like I said, that game was 41-38. This game was 35-34. Let's look at the numbers. Joe Burrow, 34, 46, 428. So this is 2 games against the Ravens. He threw for 392 in the first game. He threw for 428 in the second game. Both L's, but the man almost threw for 800 yards against one team. 4 touchdown passes. Didn't he have 5 the first game? He had 5 touchdown passes in game 1, another 4 in game 2. Lamar Jackson equally as good. Lamar Jackson, 25 of 33, 290, 4 touchdowns. So him against the Bengals, 4 touchdown passes in both games. Lamar Jackson showed why he's great. The Ravens offense did not really do much in the first half, only having 7 points. But my oh my, they turned it up in the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter, they really turned it up. Lamar Jackson got cooking. Derrick Henry, 16 carries, 68 yards, a touchdown. Chase Brown, 13 carries, 42 yards, a crucial fumble in that third quarter where the Bengals had all the momentum in the world, and Marlon Humphrey punched the ball. Was it Marlon Humphrey? Forgot who punched the ball out. Matter of fact, let's take a look at who punched that ball out. I think it was Marlon. Was it a Marlon Humphrey? Who forced that fumble? I don't know who forced the fumble. I don't have it right here. I know he fumbled the ball, but I don't remember who forced the fumble. But after that fumble happened, the Ravens started to turn up the heat. It was a great game, and like I said, I never thought that the Ravens and Bengals round 1 could be duplicated, and we got a duplication of that game. Let's look here. Let's look at the overall numbers here. So let's look at the final team stats. The Bengals had the ball for majority of this game. They finished with 31 minutes and 35 seconds time of possession. The Ravens finished with 28 minutes, and most of that time was taken in the fourth quarter where they had the ball majority of the game. 470 yards of total offense for the Bengals, 389 yards for the Ravens. No turnovers for the Ravens, a crucial number. 20 first down for the Ravens, 27 for the Bengals. As I mentioned before, Joe Burrow, almost 430 yards passing. Both teams did great when it came to moving the chains, especially in that second half. But one big thing I want to say, Ravens defense got to get better, bro. I mean, this passing defense is getting absolutely shredded. I mean, I've seen some Ravens defenses over the past that were not the best, but this pass defense is really, really bad right now. Really, really bad. Now, granted, Kyle Hamilton got hurt in this game. I want to say, what was it, the second quarter? And we knew that was a big blow for the Ravens, and hopefully that's not a long-term injury for Kyle Hamilton. But this Ravens defense right now, Lamar Jackson is playing Superman, as we know he can. But honestly, they got to do something about this pass defense, because as good as this offense is, they're not going to win a championship when they're giving up almost 500 yards to the same quarterback in one season. Now, granted, it's Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow is really having an MVP type season, but his team's record is not that good right now. But Joe Burrow, I mean, Joe Burrow has always been known to light the Ravens up. This isn't nothing new. Didn't Joe Burrow have like a 500-yard passing game against the Ravens in 2021? Jamar Chase, let's talk about Jamar Chase here. Jamar Chase, 11 catches, 264 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Jamar Chase almost had 300 yards receiving in this game by himself. Jamar Chase almost had more receiving yards than Lamar Jackson had passing yards by himself. And he had 3 touchdown passes. I just don't understand what's going on with this pass defense. On that one touchdown in the fourth quarter, for that 67-yard touchdown, I don't know what Marcus Williams was doing. Brandon Stevens had him, and then he was supposed to pass the coverage off to the safety, and Marcus Williams was nowhere to be found at the play. They got to assure that. I feel like we've been saying this every week. You are who you are. You are who you are at this point. You are who you are. The Ravens pass defense is atrocious right now, and I'm not sure if there's anything that you can do to fix that. I was kind of being optimistic, but after seeing this team again, I don't know what to say, man. The Broncos let them off the hook. The Broncos did some things. The Bengals really did some things. The Ravens got to do better, man. Let's give out 3 game balls here. Let's go ahead and do our segment. We're going to give out Ravens game balls. So the first game ball is going to go to... The first Ravens game ball is going to go, obviously, to Lamar Jackson. I am going to give Lamar... I mean, this is maybe an obvious answer here. Lamar Jackson is going to get the first game ball for the Ravens. Why? 25 of 33. He's already adding on to his MVP campaign. 25 of 33, almost 300. Another 4 touchdowns. The man is leading the league in quarterback rating and QBR for the year. Lamar Jackson also had 7 carries for 33 yards. Lamar Jackson's a baller. The second game ball, I am going to give the second game ball to Mr. Tylan Wallace. I mean, we never see Tylan Wallace in the receiving game, but in this game, Tylan Wallace, three catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown, and a big touchdown in the third quarter when the Ravens got that fumble, and then they just turned it up. Tylan Wallace was the initiator of that. And the third game ball is going to go to Madubuike. We're gonna give Justin Madubuike the third game ball because Justin Madubuike, Nnamdi Madubuike, excuse me. I'm so used to call him Justin Madubuike. I apologize for that. I don't want to put I don't want to put that on your name. I don't want to get your name wrong. But I'll say it again. Nnamdi Madubuike, 3 sacks. How many pressures did he have? 2 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. Those have got to be your 3 game balls. Those have got to be your 3 game balls. It says, hold up, you said that I win my, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the money in a second. What a thrilling game. I didn't think that that game could be duplicated in Cincinnati, and it was duplicated and then some. We got a thriller in this game. Wow, what a thriller. The Bengals' decision to go for it. Let's talk about that. Fourth quarter, they score a touchdown from Jamar Chase in the very back of the end zone, and they decided to go 4 for 2. Was it a good decision? You're on the road. You're a 4-5 team. It's a divisional game. If you can get the 2-point conversion, you go up 36-35, put the pressure on the Ravens offense. I think it was a good decision on the road. Your offense has been cooking. I think you go for the win. You just scored a touchdown. To get the 2-point conversion is very feasible, very likely because of how your offense has been playing. And the Ravens made a play. The Ravens made a play. And so I think that was the right decision, and it was a good decision. And this is a big win for the Ravens because they play with the Steelers next week in Pittsburgh. That's going to be a good game. Ravens and Steelers is going to be a good game. But the Ravens are going to need to fix that pass defense. They're going to need to fix that pass defense. All right, good win by the Ravens. Before we get up out of here, my first big payout on a parlay for the Ravens. Should have won $500 a night, but I won $200 a night, which was a good. Oh, Justin Tucker. Let me talk about that. He missed the extra point in this game, and that's worth mentioning. It should have been 21-21, but he missed the extra point. So it's something to keep an eye on with Justin Tucker, because he hasn't been having a Tucker-like season even since last year. So something to keep an eye on. Anyway, thank you guys. This is your Retro Recap Double R post-game show. Ravens win a thriller, 35-34 over the Cincinnati Bengals. There will be more videos on TikTok, more videos on YouTube, of course, with YouTube Shorts. And the Ravens don't play again until the 17th of November. So we'll be taking a break for about 10 days, and we'll be back. So get the rest up. I'm gonna get some Ravens videos out there, some shorts. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys again. Smooth Cave, I'm gonna give a big shout out to you for the live stream. Thank you, Smooth Cave, for bringing your energy. And I'm about to lose my voice, honestly, because that game almost made me scream at the amount of money I could have won. But anyway, thank you guys. This is the Double R post game show, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, have I been gone this long? They actually have a tablet ordering system now where you don't even got to talk to nobody no more.
Yeah.
I go in there, I'm putting my order. I'm like, was this always here?
Yeah.
This is your boy Retro Recap, Double R podcast, Ravens, Orioles.